So as of 2022, these are the numbers that you got to collect over a long period of time. Men and women born in 2022 can expect to live to 75 years old if you're a man and 80 years old if you are a woman. All right, 75 to 80, from 46 to 48 years old. That's a big jump over the course of 100 years. Now, why has life expectancy or longevity increased? This is long before people were actually biohacking and trying to look for supplements that could actually do this. Let me tell you, basically, life expectancy has improved because our conditions around us have actually improved as well.
Ever wonder if the routine you follow each day is helping or hurting your aging process? I tested 6 daily habits over 30 days to see which ones truly support mental clarity, energy, and emotional health. Stick around. The one that made the biggest difference shocked me. Aging alone can feel daunting, yes, but it doesn't have to feel hopeless. It isn't a punishment, nor is it a sentence to loneliness. In fact, with the right habits, mindset, and intentions, aging solo can become a powerful season of self-discovery and fulfillment. In this video, we're diving deep into 10 essential habits that can completely transform your experience of aging. These aren't just suggestions for keeping busy. They're tools for staying mentally sharp, physically resilient, and emotionally connected, no matter where life takes you. But before we dive in, I'm curious about you. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments, and feel free to ask any questions you might have for me. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in natural health solutions, be sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more insights. Your support helps me bring you more valuable content. Now, let's dive in. Harold was 81, and for a long time, life had just faded. His days were quiet, not peaceful, just quiet in that hollow way. The kind of quiet that rings in your ears and presses on your chest. His wife had passed 5 winters ago. His children, grown and scattered, checked in once a week, sometimes less. And his phone? It rarely rang. Most days it was just the television, a cup of lukewarm coffee, and the occasional knock from the mailman. He had stopped setting alarms. He stopped cooking real meals. He stopped hoping for anything to change. Mornings bled into afternoons, which bled into evenings, each one indistinguishable from the last. He wasn't exactly depressed, he just felt irrelevant, like life was happening somewhere else, and he'd been quietly written out of the script. Until one night, while scrolling aimlessly on his tablet, Harold stumbled upon a video titled, "Aging Alone Doesn't Have to Feel Lonely." He almost skipped it. He'd seen this kind of thing before, hollow advice, sunshine slogans, but something in the thumbnail caught him, a face that looked tired, like his. So he clicked. The video spoke plainly, almost like it was talking to him. 6 habits, it said. Simple, daily choices that could turn the quiet into calm, the idle into intentional. Harold scoffed at first. But something stirred. An old ember that hadn't gone out yet. The next morning he made his bed. First time in months. Then he walked to the end of his street and back. He cooked a real breakfast. Eggs, toast, black coffee. Hot this time. He even called his granddaughter to ask about her college classes. She laughed when he surprised her, and his heart swelled in a way he hadn't felt in years. The day had shape. The next one, too. He pulled out the old notebook from his desk drawer and started writing 3 things he was grateful for. Some days it was the warmth of sunlight on his porch. Other days it was just woke up again. But the list grew, and so did he. Weeks passed. And Harold kept going. He joined a local chess group on Zoom. He started volunteering twice a week at a nearby library, shelving books and sharing stories with children who reminded him of his own kids, long ago. His steps felt lighter, his mind felt sharper, and for the first time in years, he stopped waiting for the day to end. Now, when people ask him what changed, he simply smiles and says, "I decided to start living again." Have you ever wondered what it really takes to find meaning when you're aging alone? Or is this the first time you're thinking seriously about that stage of life? Comment "reclaim" if you're committed to living with intention, or "figuring it" if you're just beginning to explore the possibilities. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more powerful insights on aging with purpose and grace. Harold's story isn't unique. It's a quiet struggle many face as they grow older, but what turned things around for him wasn't luck or a dramatic event. It was the consistent practice of simple, intentional habits, daily choices that reintroduced purpose, connection, and vitality into his life. And that's exactly what we're going to explore next. 6 powerful habits that can transform the experience of aging alone into a season of meaning, growth, and fulfillment. Let's break them down one by one. Habit 1. Establish a daily routine.
It's true, the body loves schedules, it loves routine. And I know as a mother of 6 children, and when Michael and I married 27 years ago, he had 2, so now we've got 8. But when I homeschooled my children in the rainforest, I noticed they were so much happier when we kept a schedule. And I could fit everything in the day because I had no electricity if I kept a schedule. And I found they were so much happier. I didn't want to be feeding them all day long. And so I just fed them a nice sized breakfast, fibre, protein and great fats. And then I didn't have to feed them again for 5 to 6 hours. And then we'd eat. So,
and they're hungry when they eat then.
Oh, they are. Yeah. And I say to people, you'll be surprised what children will eat when they're hungry.
One of the most common challenges people face as they age, especially when living alone, is the loss of daily structure. Without work obligations, parenting duties, or regular social engagements, days can begin to blur together. You might wake up with no particular reason to get out of bed, and before you know it, it's evening and you wonder where the hours went. This lack of structure can lead to a sense of drifting or aimlessness, increased feelings of loneliness or low mood, difficulty with sleep, appetite, and motivation, a slow erosion of mental and emotional clarity. But here's the good news. You have more control than you think. A thoughtfully designed daily routine doesn't mean scheduling every second. It's about creating a dependable rhythm that brings intention and meaning to each day. A consistent daily routine offers stability. You know what to expect from your day, which eases stress and anxiety. Purpose. Having something to look forward to gives you a reason to get up and engage. Momentum. When one good habit starts your day, it often sets off a chain reaction. Emotional comfort, familiar rituals create a sense of safety and continuity. Start small. A powerful routine doesn't need to be complicated. Consider including consistent wake-up time aligns your body clock and improves sleep quality. Morning ritual. Make your bed, stretch, sip tea or coffee while listening to music. Physical activity. A short walk, gentle yoga, or light housework. Meal times. Set regular times for nourishing meals, even if you're eating alone. Connection time, call a friend, send a message, or talk to a neighbor. Creative or leisure activity, read, paint, journal, or do a puzzle. Evening wind down, soft lighting, calming music, gratitude journaling, or prayer. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Just start by choosing 1 or 2 things to do at the same time each day. Build from there. Your routine is your lifeline. It's the steady beat beneath the surface of life that keeps your spirit aligned, your mind grounded, and your heart open to possibility. Have you ever tried building a daily routine that gives your life structure and purpose? Or is this your first time hearing about its power? Comment, "I'm in," if you're ready to start crafting your own routine. Or tell me more if you want to learn how to do it right. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more life-enhancing habits and wellness tips. Habit 2, prioritize physical movement.
As we age, we lose protein and muscle mass. Now, losing muscle mass is actually a setup for becoming frail and less mobile, which cuts into your lifespan. So you need to actually keep your protein in and build it up with exercise, and that's the same as being a bodybuilder. Now, think about maintaining strength during aging as bodybuilding over the course of a lifetime. So up to the age of 40, you should be eating about 50 to 60 grams of protein per day for the average sized person. And between the ages of 40 and 50, that's above the age of 40, you start losing muscle mass. An example you might see is, think about the older person that you might have seen in your life, somebody with really, really thin arms or really, really thin legs. Their body might actually be looking okay, but you can tell they're actually losing muscle mass. This is called sarcopenia, and it increases the risk of falls, where you can break a hip or worse. And falling is actually the precipitating event for older adults who are living independently, where after a fall, especially if they break their hips, they can't manage anymore by themselves. They've lost their independence and they need assisted living or a caregiver to be able to get around safely. So you don't want to become frail. You don't want to actually fall. If you're going to live long, you want to be able to live as independently as possible. And developing that strength, keeping up that muscle mass is absolutely critical.
One of the most costly mistakes people make as they age is assuming that physical decline is inevitable. Yes, our bodies change. But becoming sedentary isn't a natural result of aging, it's a choice. And often, it's a silent one. A day skipped here, a walk missed there, until movement disappears altogether. But here's the truth. Movement is not just exercise. It's freedom. It's the difference between independence and dependence, between feeling alive and simply existing. As you grow older, staying physically active becomes one of the most essential habits you can build. Not to look younger, but to stay capable. Regular movement helps. Maintain muscle mass and bone density, preventing frailty and falls. Preserve joint flexibility so basic activities like climbing stairs or tying shoes don't become painful or impossible. Boost cardiovascular health, improving circulation and reducing risk of heart disease. Enhance cognitive function with studies showing reduced risk of dementia and sharper memory. They elevate mood and fight depression thanks to a steady release of endorphins to support better sleep, digestion, and overall energy levels. Too often, people think exercise means sweating it out in a gym or lifting heavy weights, but the reality is, even light, consistent movement can produce powerful results. Some low-impact, sustainable options include daily walks around your neighborhood, in a local park, or even just inside your home. Stretching routines, gentle morning stretches, or guided yoga videos designed for seniors. Chair-based exercises, ideal for those with limited mobility or joint issues. Tai Chi or Qigong, slow, meditative movements that improve balance and coordination. Light resistance training using household items like canned goods or resistance bands. Dancing to your favorite music, alone or with others. So gardening or housework, functional movement that keeps you upright and engaged. Take Eleanor, a 78-year-old retired librarian. After years of working on her feet, she thought retirement would be restful. She deserved to relax after all, so she settled into a routine of reading, watching TV, and solving puzzles. At first, it felt like a well-earned break, but slowly troubling changes crept in. Her joints felt stiff, walking to the mailbox left her winded, she struggled to bend down and pick things up, she stopped leaving the house altogether. Eleanor chalked it up to age, until a friend invited her to a neighborhood walking group. What began as 10-minute strolls soon became 30-minute walks, followed by gentle stretches at home. Within weeks, her posture improved, her breathing deepened, her confidence returned. She felt lighter, not just physically, but emotionally. She rediscovered the joy of movement, not as a chore, but as a gift. If you've been inactive, don't panic. You can begin right now with tiny, manageable steps. Here are a few ways to get moving without overwhelming yourself. Stand up and stretch for 2 minutes every hour. Take a short walk after meals, even if it's just around the house. Do 5 chair squats in the morning and before bed. Play your favorite song and move to the rhythm. Try a Move Along With Me video online. Many are free and tailored for seniors. Think of physical movement like brushing your teeth. Not glamorous, but essential. It's not just about extending your life. It's about enhancing the quality of the years you do have. Have you ever tried making physical activity a daily ritual? Or is this your first time realizing how essential it truly is? Comment "all ready to move" if you're excited to make this a part of your life, or one step at a time if you're just starting and want to take it slow. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wellness and aging tips that keep you moving forward. Habit 3, stay socially engaged.
Then in 1997, I'd been a single mother for 4 years. Michael O'Neill asked me to marry him. And he was the business manager at a health retreat. Mm-hmm. And after a year of being married, he wanted to start his own health retreat. So he went right down the bottom of Australia. And I said, "What are our team?" He said, "Well, we've got 8 children between us. You know, one's a cook, one's a massage therapist, the boys are gardeners, his daughter's the secretary." I said, "Who'll be the health director?" He said, "You." I said, No, I'm just a mother. Mm-hmm. My name's Barbara Esther. And I liken it to when Esther said to Mordecai, no, I can't go before the king. But my husband said, "No, you'll be good." And he walked out of the room. So there it was. So there I was really pushed in to be the reluctant health director.
As we age, Especially when doing so alone, one of the most subtle yet dangerous threats to our well-being is social disconnection. What begins as a quiet day at home can gradually spiral into chronic isolation, often without us even realizing it. Staying socially active isn't just about keeping boredom at bay, it's a foundational pillar of mental, emotional, and even physical health. In fact, research consistently shows that prolonged loneliness is one of the greatest health risks facing older adults today. The consequences of isolation include a 30% higher risk of heart disease and stroke, increased likelihood of cognitive decline, dementia, and memory loss, higher rates of depression and anxiety, weakened immune function, and lower resilience to illness, risk of early mortality, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The good news? Staying connected doesn't mean surrounding yourself with people 24/7. It's about quality, consistency, and intention. Even small interactions can have a big impact when they happen regularly and genuinely. Here are simple ways to stay socially engaged. Schedule weekly calls with family or friends. Even 10 minutes can lift your mood. Join a local club or community group centered around a shared interest or hobby. Attend events at a community or senior center. Lectures, games, potlucks, or walking groups. Make small talk with neighbors, baristas, or grocery store clerks. These micro interactions matter. Use video calls or messaging apps to stay in touch with loved ones far away. Volunteer in your local area, offering your time, wisdom, or skills. Participate in online forums or virtual meetups, especially if you're homebound. Reconnect with old friends. Send a letter, an email, or even a simple thinking of you message. The key to staying socially engaged is to make it a regular, intentional part of your life, not just something that happens when loneliness sets in. Here's how to build the habit. Put social time on your calendar. Treat it like any other important appointment. Create a weekly connection ritual, like Sunday calls or Tuesday coffee chats. Keep a connection list, a few names of people you want to keep in touch with, and rotate through them each week. Be proactive. Don't wait for others to reach out. The initiative often has to start with you. Celebrate small interactions. Don't underestimate the impact of one kind word or a 5-minute exchange. Human beings are wired for connection. It's not optional. Social interaction helps regulate emotions, stimulate the brain, and give your life meaning and context. Without it, even the healthiest lifestyle will eventually feel hollow. Staying socially engaged is one of the most powerful antidotes to the emotional and physical effects of aging alone. Whether it's through deep conversations or brief exchanges, connection breathes life into your days. Have you ever made regular connection a part of your wellness routine, or is this a new idea for you? Comment "staying connected" if you're ready to make social engagement a habit, or starting small if you're taking the first step today. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips on aging with intention and joy. Habit 4. Keep your mind stimulated. Your brain is not a candle slowly burning out. It's a dynamic, living organ that thrives on stimulation. While physical aging is natural, mental decline is not inevitable. In fact, your brain is capable of forming new neural connections and adapting well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. But like any muscle, the brain needs regular exercise to stay strong. Without it, cognitive abilities like memory, focus, and problem solving can begin to dull. The good news? Even small, enjoyable mental challenges can keep your brain sharp and your spirit engaged. Mental stimulation has been shown to improve memory retention and slow age cognitive decline, boost focus, clarity, and decision-making skills, reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia, enhance emotional well-being by building confidence and purpose, increase neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new pathways. And perhaps most importantly, staying mentally active fosters a sense of curiosity and wonder, two traits that keep life feeling fresh and exciting no matter your age. Simple ways to stimulate your mind daily. You don't need to study quantum physics or memorize poetry. What matters is engagement. Your brain loves novelty, effort, and variety. Try incorporating a few of these into your weekly routine. Read something new: novels, nonfiction, articles, or even audiobooks. Do puzzles or games, crosswords, Sudoku, jigsaw puzzles, chess, or strategy-based apps. Journal regularly, reflect on your day, record dreams, or write short stories. Learn a new skill or hobby. painting, knitting, photography, gardening techniques. Take an online course. Many are free and tailored for seniors. History, language, health. Play memory or brain training games, both digital and paper-based formats. Engage in meaningful conversations. Discuss books, news, or personal philosophies. Try something unfamiliar. A new walking route, a new recipe, or a new genre of music. Janet's story. A mind reawakened. Janet, a retired 74-year-old teacher, spent her first year of retirement in what she called a mental fog. With no classes to prep for or students to inspire, her days became long marathons of passive television and endless reruns. Her memory began slipping. She couldn't recall names or details like she used to. Concerned, she made a simple shift. She began reading for 30 minutes each morning, starting with a novel she'd always wanted to finish. She added a daily crossword to her coffee ritual. Then she challenged herself to learn a new language online, Spanish. Within weeks, she felt her mind waking up, her confidence returned, her conversations deepened, and best of all, her curiosity came roaring back. To keep your mind agile, stimulation needs to become part of your daily routine. Just like brushing your teeth or taking a walk, here's how to make it stick. Pick one mental activity per day, even if it's just for 10-15 minutes. Track your progress, use a journal or checklist to stay motivated. Rotate challenges. Alternate between creative, analytical, and social tasks. Celebrate small wins, learning a new word, solving a tough puzzle, or completing a chapter. Remember, you don't have to master anything. The act of engaging your brain is where the magic happens. Staying mentally stimulated keeps you connected to the world, to others, and to your own sense of vitality. Your curiosity didn't retire when you did. It's still in there, waiting to be rekindled. So pick up a book, challenge your mind, or learn something new. Your future self will thank you. Have you ever made mental stimulation part of your daily life? Or is this a new goal for you? Comment "brain in motion" if you're ready to stay sharp, or starting fresh if you're just getting back into it. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more powerful habits to age wisely, gracefully, and with joy. Habit 5, practice gratitude and reflection.
There is something else, but something else happened around that time, which was really the most wonderful event in my life, is I started reading the Bible and I surrendered my heart to God. And then I wanted to know, well, how does God see the body? How does God see healing? Because as a fifth generation Australian Scottish descent, we never heard about health growing up. And then I started to see, it's like my eyes were opened. I started to see, do you know, there's a health message all through the Bible. God wants the body to be looked after because it's the temple of God.
Life is full of change, and as we age, that often means facing loss. Whether it's the passing of loved ones, changes in our health, or simply the fading of roles we once held dear, the emotional weight can be heavy. But even amidst grief or solitude, there's still beauty to be found, if we choose to look for it. Practicing gratitude and reflection isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about developing the emotional strength to notice and appreciate what's still good, still meaningful, and still yours. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It has a measurable, science-backed impact on physical and mental well-being, especially in later years. Studies have shown that regular gratitude can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, improve sleep quality and duration, strengthen immune function, increase life satisfaction and feelings of connection. Gratitude's best companion is reflection. A quiet, intentional pause to sit with your thoughts, process your experiences, and reconnect with what matters most to you. Reflection can take many forms: journaling your thoughts, feelings, and memories, taking silent walks in nature, practicing mindfulness or meditation, sitting in prayer or spiritual contemplation, simply breathing deeply and noticing the moment you're in. Together, gratitude and reflection offer emotional grounding. They help you process grief, celebrate small wins, and find meaning in your day-to-day life. George, a 79-year-old widower, had lost his wife of 52 years. In the months that followed, his world went gray. The laughter at the dinner table, the morning coffee chats, the shared glances across a room, all gone. He felt hollow. A friend suggested something simple. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. At first, it felt silly. What was there to be grateful for? But George gave it a try. One morning, he wrote, "The sound of rain on the window, a hot cup of coffee that tasted just right, a memory of his wife's smile during their trip to Italy." Over time, this habit became his anchor. He still missed her deeply, but he no longer lived only in the past. He began to notice the warmth that remained, quiet joys that made each day worth living. You don't need elaborate rituals or spiritual training. Just start small and consistent. Gratitude practice. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Be specific. It could be a bird singing outside your window, a warm blanket, or a call from a loved one. Speak it aloud, write it down, or just hold it in your thoughts. Reflection practice. Take 5 to 10 minutes daily to sit in silence and observe your breath, thoughts, or surroundings. Go on a short walk without distractions just to think and notice. Journal your thoughts, what you're feeling, what you're questioning, or what you've learned recently. Even these simple acts can shift your mindset, calm your nervous system, and bring clarity into your life. Have you ever made gratitude part of your daily routine, or is this your first time giving it real attention? Comment "grateful heart" if you're ready to embrace this habit, or "learning to see the good" if you're just starting. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more wellness habits that bring peace, purpose, and perspective to your life. Habit 6. Find a way to help others.
I'm never reluctant to help people, but I never wanted to be in the front line, but God had other plans, and I discovered the best way to learn is to teach. I ended up giving birth to 6 children, no drugs, treated them all naturally, started to help my friends.
Here's a powerful truth. One of the quickest ways to lift your own spirit is to lift someone else's. Helping others isn't just a nice gesture. It's one of the most effective ways to combat loneliness, restore a sense of purpose, and reconnect with the world around you. When you give, you stop focusing on what's missing and start seeing the value you still carry. As we grow older, it's common to feel like our best contributions are behind us, but that's far from the truth. Giving back activates your sense of identity, strengthens emotional well-being, and reminds you that your time, wisdom, and kindness are still deeply needed. Benefits of helping others include increased feelings of purpose and usefulness, improved mood and decreased symptoms of depression, stronger social bonds and reduced isolation, enhanced cognitive and emotional resilience, a renewed sense of energy and inner peace. You don't need to change the world. All you need is the willingness to offer what you have. Here are simple ways to give back. Call or check in on someone who may be feeling alone. Bake or cook for a neighbor. Write letters or notes of encouragement. Volunteer at a food pantry, thrift shop, or local charity. Share your skills. Teach, mentor, or guide someone. Help in a community garden or offer to drive someone to an appointment. Donate items you no longer need to someone who does. The point isn't how much you give. It's that you show up. Your presence, your effort, and your heart matter more than you know. Helping others is one of the most meaningful ways to feel alive, connected, and valuable again. It reinforces the truth that no matter your age or circumstance, you still have something powerful to offer. Have you ever built giving into your daily life, or is this something you're ready to try? Comment "help hand" if you're already giving back, or "I'm ready to serve" if you're just beginning. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more habits that create a life of purpose, joy, and connection. Aging alone doesn't have to mean feeling lonely or lost. By embracing intentional habits, building a daily routine, staying physically active, nurturing social connections, keeping your mind engaged, practicing gratitude, and finding ways to give back, you can create a life that feels deeply fulfilling, richly meaningful, and uniquely your own. So what stood out to you in this video? Which habit are you inspired to start today? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and join the conversation. And if you found this video valuable, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire others just like you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.